Hello there everybody, and welcome to the finale of Sonic Forces. We're getting ready to move on to the final classic Sonic stage, Iron Fortress.
Phantom Ruby signal is moving underground. Eggman is up to something again.
The doctor hasn't given up. Don't let your guard down yet.
We have to find the entrance to the central tower and stop Eggman.
So this is the final classic Sonic stage in the game, and it's alright. Like, it's not a bad stage, but it's not really a good one either. Especially not for one of the last stages you play in the game. Yeah, no, it could have been better. It could have been better. It does give me that. It does sort of give me that old school classic Sonic ender level feel, but you know, and I'm gonna say this for all of the final stages, including the final boss. This does give me a sort of Sonic Colors vibe, especially with the music. Because for any of you who have played Sonic Colors, at least on the Wii, you would know that in Sonic Colors there's an area you can go to called the Game Land, and it had a bunch of 8-bit style chiptune music, sort of like this. Although, this could easily be passed off as regular because this is every bit of classic Sonic's music. But yeah. But you know, these spinning things and the side scroller here, it really does remind me of Sonic Colors. I don't really like the music in this stage. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest about that. I don't really like the music in this stage. I really think the music for all of classic Sonic stages could have been better. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying the music in classic Sonic stages are bad. But no, they definitely could have been better. Cause like, I have nothing against like this retro style chiptune, but in a game like this, it doesn't really fit. It doesn't fit very well. It just kind of seems like a distraction from what you're doing. Yeah. This level, this is the, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but this level might be the only time in the game I've seen the speed shoes, and I don't even think they lasted all that long. I think the music sped up for like 3 seconds and then just gone. This might actually have been the longest classic Sonic stage in the game. It almost made the 3-minute mark. Naturally, if you don't know what you're doing, it's gonna make the 3-minute mark, so there's that. But yeah, no, that stage almost made the 3-minute mark. Kind of amazing, and come on! Really, game? Gonna cheat me out of the S-Wick? I was that close! Whatever. These are the final bits of character clothing we're getting in the game. We got a beard, and some elf shoes that C-3PO? Like, try and tell me that's not C-3PO from Star Wars. That's weird. No, the Death Egg is the Death Star, but don't have to cram it in that hard. Like, look, you can even see it over there over the left. It is literally an Eggman head-shaped Death Star, but I digress. We're moving on to the final tag team stage, Final Judgment. And just like the last stage, this gives me a very Sonic Colors-esque vibe. Yeah, you'll see what I mean in just a minute.
A Phantom Ruby signal is headed for the reactor. We have to hurry. The reactor's in the innermost part of the fortress. But the defense system is too tough to break through by normal means.
Good thing we're not normal. We'll find a way through.
This stage is literally just Sonic and your avatar character just running down this downward slope. I don't even think it's a slope. I think you're straight up just running downward. I'm trying to get to the reactor. And trying to get to the reactor of I don't know what this is, I'm gonna be honest. I guess Eggman's Fortress? I don't know. But you probably missed it earlier from me talking, but, Tails said this is the place that Eggman made Infinite. As we'll find out later, that is not the case. But, you know, that's for another day. It's for another day. So, this is the ending of the level. You're supposed to destroy these Phantom Root, these, I guess, I don't know, prototypes or, like, alternative Phantom Rubies. You're supposed to destroy these Phantom Rubies that are powering this reactor, while at the same time dodging these laser beams that are moving in a circle towards you. You should generally have no problem dodging them. I'm just stupid, but you should generally have no problem dodging them. They do leave tiny blue line where they're gonna fire out from, so you should know when they're coming. But aside from that, that is the level. The reactor blows up, and you just have to deliver just one final. The last one of the game, everybody. The final. Yes, the final double boost. That is the last time you have to hear Fist Bump play while you're boosting. Okay. I show my pins on the double boost later, near the end of the video, but that's actually the coolest double boost in the game. Too bad, marks the end of the level. It's kind of sad. Classic Sonic's level reached near 3 minutes, and the tag team level doesn't even reach near 2. That's just upsetting. That is upsetting. You saw in that stage I collected all 5 of the red rings. I think this is the only level in the main story where I've collected all 5 of the red rings. So you saw that I got a thing for collecting 100 red rings. I've collected a lot of them. In my free time, you can see all the S ranks that I didn't get during the playthrough. And you see the ranks I just got, the A ranks that I'm probably going to go back and fix later. But,
we did it! Eggman's army is officially butt-kicked. We won! Come on, now what? Can we ever just win and have that be the end of it?
Look!
Gotcha! The fortress reactor was just a decoy. A true winner always keeps his trump card hidden until the end.
Sonic, what's going on? There aren't less enemies, there's more!
What? How can there be so many?
Confirmed sightings indicate Shadow, Metal Sonic, Zavok, Chaos, Infinite. Thousands of them.
What have you done?
I merely incorporated the Phantom Ruby into this Death Egg robot.
But that means the Phantom Ruby no longer has a vulnerable energy supply. It's an invulnerable ruby?
A good deduction, Tails. This Death Egg robot has... No! I have surpassed Infinite to become the complete and ultimate form! You will be crushed by this Death Egg robot powered by the Phantom Ruby, and in the end, everything will still be just as I planned!
Your plan will end like all your plans do, with you sitting in a pile of busted robot parts wondering how you failed so badly. Let's get him.
Alright, that brings us to the final boss battle, where for the first time in the game you get to play as all 3 playable characters in the same stage. You get to play as Classic Sonic, you get to play as your avatar character, you get to play as Modern Sonic. Sort of. You'll see what I mean. But, yeah. This game does kind of drive it throughout the game that Eggman created Infinite in the Phantom Ruby, and, if you remember Sonic Mania, you know that he didn't make the Phantom Ruby, and you'll find out later that he didn't make Infinite either. But we will get to that when we get to that. This section of the boss fight, you're playing as Classic Sonic, and you have to, kind of like the Egg Dragoon fight, you have to throw these rocks into Eggman to deal damage to him, because he will not come close enough for you to damage him directly. Unlike the Egg Dragoon fight, the rocks do not stay on the platform for you to knock into them, but instead they will start chipping away at the platform that you are standing on along with these lasers, and the platform is naturally disappearing and moving to different sides on its own. So you really have to predict where you need to stand to hit them and kind of keep it going because you can actually juggle them into Eggman for multiple hits. I don't think it's possible to get 3 at one time because I don't think I did it during this boss fight. But I do know that eventually he does start throwing multiple rocks out and you cannot hit. I don't think you can hit both set of rocks, but if you can, I'm sure somebody's done it and I'm just really stupid. You shouldn't have to worry about falling off this platform because the blocks are constantly forming themselves, so you should always be able to land on them. But you throw the last rock into Eggman and you knock him down into the Avatar section. Eggman is not willing to go down easily, so you have to fight him now. This boss fight is the reason why I switched to the Burst Swissman to end off the game, because when Eggman slams his hand on the ground, you can actually chip away at the health pretty fast with the Burst Swissman. I haven't tried it with any other ones yet, but for what I know, the Burst Swissman is one of the best to just chip away at the health. You will get damaged by those shockwaves who's shooting out, so you do have to jump over those, but yeah. Do enough damage, Eggman will actually send out robots and more missiles than before that you have to destroy. But because the Burst Swissman is literally a flamethrower, it shouldn't be too hard to take him out. When Eggman gets to a certain point in the boss fight, he will actually start breaking away the platform. We're not at that point yet, but after this, you'll be there because you will take a lot less damage than before. But yeah, see, like I said, chipped away the platform, but I was able to save myself by using the homing attack that the Avatar character has to quickly jump to a robot before I fell. Oh. A lot of people would have fallen there, but not me. Not me. I am I'm an A-class expert at all things Sonic. And you cannot prove me wrong. I will prove you wrong. The platform does eventually start reforming itself, so don't worry too much if you're in a bad place. The lasers do destroy the platform though, so you do need to be careful. I honestly have no clue how I didn't fall off here. But, yeah. You get to this point, Eggman slams his fist down one last time, and done.
Sonic, defeat him!
Go for it, Sonic!
And this is where you finally get to control modern Sonic along with Classic and the Avatar at the exact same time! 3 characters, 1 control. It's all up to you to boost towards this alien-looking monster robot that Eggman's created that's shooting lasers at you, and you have to homing attack into to beat him. Yeah, so this is kind of a copy and paste of the final boss fight from Sonic Colors, which, just like the Infinite boss fight copying the Metal Sonic boss fight, is very lazy! But again, I'll give my feelings on that later. This entire boss fight is set to this very cool orchestral version of Fist Bump, and it is amazing. Just take a listen. So you probably noticed when you homing attack the middle of Eggman's robot with Modern Sonic, he will actually gain 3 more hit reticles that you're supposed to homing attack into, which will do triple damage because you'll attack him with Modern Sonic, Classic Sonic, and your Avatar character. Despite all the things, while the main goal is you're supposed to boost towards him to attack him, you actually get rings and boost castles by destroying these blue blocks that are in the middle of where you're running, or I guess off to the sides or whatever. But you're supposed to break those open, and one of them will always have a wisp capsule for you to break open and get boost energy. From my experience, it seems to always be the third one on either the right or the left, but I have a pretty hard luck getting it because this part, Eggman starts bringing out these rows of fire things, I guess that's what they are, that you have to dodge to be able to get close to him, and I just kind of powered through it, so I didn't really care. But yeah. That time it actually kind of looked like the Wisp Capsule was in the second one before that last time attack, but whatever. Eventually Eggman starts shooting his claws at you that you have to dodge. They're not hard to dodge, you can easily see where they're coming from, but you know. At the end of the stage, he'll go back to shooting these lasers at you. I actually think he'll go back to doing everything he's done up to this point. Just one final attack. That's how you know you're at the end of the boss fight. That's how you know you're done. Because he'll get desperate. He'll attack you with everything he's got. It's not hard to dodge these lasers. You can easily jump over them. You just have to have really good timing. But you get up close to Eggman. You land these last few homing attacks, and well, because this is technically a tag team level, but with 3 characters instead of 2, because it's technically a tag team level, you get to do one final. Triple boost. A double boost combined with the power of Classic Sonic, and he's done. And now you're probably wondering why it says I take 12 minutes and 5 retries. That was actually pretty challenging for me to do. I did cut out all the failed attempts of that boss fight so I could just get straight through the end of it. But whatever, we unlocked the Nega Wispin, which is based off of the Nega Wisp from Sonic Colors, and that when you got it, you just kind of tore through everything. But look, we unlocked Sonic Shoes. That's the end game result reward. You get Sonic Shoes in this pretty okay looking Eggman shirt, bodysuit thing, but whatever. That is it, everybody. That is the end of Sonic Forces. We've done it. We've beaten the game. Let's see these last cutscenes.
I guess this is goodbye. Get home safely, Sonic. And thanks for everything.
Yeah!
Cheer up, Tails. I'm sure we'll run into him again. Alright, guys. It's time we cleaned up the mess that Eggman left this world in. And I'm not talking about those illusions he dreamed up for us. We need to fix the real world we all live in.
True that.
Come on, let's go!
Yeah!
Finally, an end to this endless battle. Everyone can go back home and relax. There's no need for the resistance.
Hold on! There's still a lot we need to do. We're just getting started.
Huh? What, you're leaving us? There are others who need your help. But okay, I'm not gonna stop you.
Man, the first time I saw you stumbling around, I had no idea you could pull this thing together and see it to the end. I've changed my mind about you.
I knew you'd come through, rookie. Well, I guess you're not a rookie anymore.
You did good out there. It's not like you just waited till the last minute to come in and act all cool, saving the day.
Our battle is done, and our resistance has come to a conclusion. But we'll be friends forever. A single person cannot restore the entire world. We have to work together and make a diligent effort. Yeah!
Hey, you're taking off too? I was thinking the same thing. You gonna keep moving forward? No matter what, yeah? You and I aren't so different. See you later, buddy.
Well, everybody, this has been my playthrough of Sonic Forces. And, not gonna lie, I am kind of sad that it's over. I'm kind of sad it's over. Because, while I may have spent a lot of this playthrough ragging on the game, talking about what's wrong with it, you know, how short it is and how, like, it could have been better, I did genuinely enjoy this game. A lot of people have mixed opinions on this game, but I can very easily say that I like this game. Granted, this game does have a lot of problems, like, yes, the stages could have been longer, yes, the physics could have been better, but aside from that, I did like the game. People do look at this game, like, a lot of people will look at this game and explain, like, oh, this is a bad Sonic game. They don't know what a Sonic game is with this. This is bad. This isn't the boost formula gameplay we wanted back. But to me, I'm like, yeah, it is. This is the exact gameplay I grew to love playing Sonic Generations for the first time. And while yes, I will admit, things are not the same. This game is nowhere close to as good as Sonic Generations was. Nothing will top Sonic Generations in my eyes. That is the best. And I mean the best Sonic game, because that is my personal favorite, and that will never be topped. But this isn't a bad Sonic game, this is a great Sonic game. I think we've come to the point where people forgot what a bad Sonic game is, Sonic 06, but, you know, we're not here to talk about that, we're actually here to talk about, you know, this game, how I really think this game is, I feel like over time, people are going to look back at this game and realize that it was a good game. I do see people, like, I honestly believe people are going to look back at this game with high regard. Like, there are games that I find similar to this that people still looking back at, even I look back at and realize, actually that's not as good as I thought it was. But, you know, I feel like people are going to look back at Sonic Forces and realize it was a pretty good game for what it was. There's a lot of problems I brought up that I said I would explain at the end. Like, for one, I honestly think Tails could have done a lot more than he did in this story. Like, Tails is not useless. If you remember back to Sonic Adventure, even Sonic Heroes, Tails was on the front lines of the battles. He fought off Eggman. He fought off Eggman alone in Sonic Adventure 1. Was actually able to fully defeat him, so it really makes me a little bit ticked off that coming to this game, Tails was just resorted to this whiny little kid that can't fight for his own. He needs Sonic, but we've proven before he doesn't need him. Granted, to be honest, a lot of the characters that were in this game honestly could have done a lot more than what they did. Knuckles could have done a lot more, because I think the most we've seen him do was in those final parts. We saw him fighting off the clones and stuff. I think the Chaotix could have done a lot more. I had no high hopes for Amy, but yeah. But there's one character who I'm actually really proud of, and that's Silver. Silver has been in the back. Silver's basically been reduced to a background character for years past Sonic 06, and Silver was actually my favorite character in these games for a long time. He still is one of my favorites, but he's not my top favorite. But Silver, he actually did some cool stuff in this game, because Silver actually took a lot of the initiative. We actually heard more of Silver in this game than we have in years. Wait, we've heard more of Silver in this game than we did in Sonic Rivals, and he was the main playable character in that game. But no, Silver actually held his own. He fought off Infinite before Sonic got there, and he actually probably could have beaten him if they didn't have the Phantom Ruby. But, you know, I feel like we could have seen a lot more of Shadow in the main story. You see what I mean about that after this video comes out. But I feel like Shadow could have done a lot more in the main story instead of just show up, you know, and just cast control, kick himself in the head, destroying it. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm sure a lot of stuff that we wanted in this game probably could have been done, but they were on a little bit of a deadline for this game. I do understand. But, I think Infinite is a really wasted character, too. I do think that Infinite was a very, very wasted character. He could have been better. Infinite could have really been better. I think if we had more time to flesh out a backstory for him, or at least in the main story, get any backstory for him at all, Infinite could have been a great character. We are going to get a little bit of backstory for Infinite in the upcoming playthrough that we have to do after this, because after this we have to do episode Shadow. We're not done. No, this isn't the complete end of the playthrough. This is the end of the main story. I still got to do episode Shadow, and I also got to make the extra video, so, because there's a lot of stuff I could have shown off in the main playthrough. But we're going to get to that. You're going to see it all. But, yeah. I really feel like there's a lot more they could have done with a lot of the characters. I feel like there's a lot more they could have done with Sonic himself, and by that I mean Classic Sonic, because Classic Sonic was really kind of there for the nostalgia's sake. This is... It's not an anniversary game, but Classic Sonic could have really done a lot more than what he did. He really could have. I'm kind of sad that he didn't. He honestly served no reason to be here except for, I guess, maybe to... I don't know. Like I said, he's there for nostalgia purposes. I am going to actually talk a lot more about why I feel like Classic Sonic was wasted in the extra video. But for now, I'm going to leave it on this note. Next up is episode Shadow. And that's going to be a whole nother nostalgia trip for me and probably a few of you. But for now, hope you enjoyed the playthrough of Sonic Forces. And I'll see you next time for episode Shadow. Until then, goodbye everybody. Have a beautiful day.